Okay, guy wants to know what's the best camera to get to take pictures of coins. Let's tear this one up. You ready? Okay. A lot of folks have asked me this question before. They want to know, what do you use? Okay, that's understandable. I always get this batch of people that want to know what's the best. Okay, where's the screen? Here's a screenshot. I'm going to pull this up real quick if I can make this work. Here's the actual question that came in an email. It's from Trobbins. I'm new to collecting, underscore new, and would like to know what's the best camera to get to take pictures and look at coins. Well, I got a sister, and she takes pictures of kids, graduating or getting married or whoever, like, really good quality photos. And she says, "Oh, I have a Nikon DSLR." So I went and looked that up. Here's one right here for only $2,100, and you got to get the camera to take the macro photos, the close-up photos. What? $600 for the Nah, gosh, what is that? You're not going to spend $3,000 when you're brand new to collecting. I went and typed in what's the best darn camera out there. Here's one. It's a Red Digital Cinema DSMC2 Brain, 35.4 megapixel carbon fiber camera with all this other stuff in there. $54,000. But hey, man, at least I got financing for 6 to 12 months. All right. If you're new to collecting, I think $54,000 might be a little bit excessive. Let's take a look at what I got, okay? Let's see, here's home. This is what I got. I think a better question is not what's the best camera to get, because oftentimes they can be rather cost prohibitive, especially when you're new to collecting. You're looking at wheat pennies, right? You're looking at pocket change. You're looking at, dimes and nickels out of circulation. This is what I got, okay? It's a $30 camera. It's USB capable. So on the other end of this wire is it plugs into the computer, right? It's got a dimmer. I've got 8 LEDs on here. Okay, then we got the 3 aspects I think are ideal and well suited for a new collector. One, you get 1000x, okay? I find much less than 1000x, you're going to be disappointed in the quality of the photos, of the quality of the imagery. The resolution it's a little lax, okay? Next, I've got 2 megapixels. 2. It's pretty good for the $30. You want to pay 3, 4, 5 times more? That's up to you. And the big thing, which I tell everybody, is this vertical stand. This is the poop right there. This is going to keep my camera perpendicular to my coin. There are flexible stands out there. I've got a light over here. Let's see if I can show the light. There we go. And it's got this flexible arm on there, right? On a camera, it's almost impossible to keep that coin perpendicular to the camera. Keep the camera perpendicular to the coin. Because, dude, you move it, right? Once, twice, forget it. You're going to play all day to refocus that. All right, let's see if we can get this right so we can actually take a look. All right, this is the coin under the camera. It's an Indian penny. It's a little bit woody. I don't know what the date is. I can't see that far, which is why I use the darn camera. I'm going to bring that up. Switch over. Where are you? Scope. Ta-da! Let's make that focus. There it is. It's an 1897 Indian penny. All right. It's been around the block a couple of times. It's got some doo-doo on it, right? But I can look and I can see, aha, it's got a chip in the date, right? There's a wood grain color. And if I tilt it, I can see that better. Let's get the other side. Here you go. Plenty of detail here. Could use a sharper shield. The value on this one comes from the wood grain. Kind of neat. All right, but I can zoom in on this. Let's look at his eyeball. How far in can we zoom? Da-da-da. We can zoom way in. We can zoom in so darn far, it doesn't make sense. But I'm able to look at those letters and examine and see if we've got any notches, any doubling. Here we got some long anchor doubling kind of sticking out from time to time. What's that? Some doo-doo? All right. 1897. Aha, it looks like a little die chip in the bottom part of that date. Otherwise, it looks pretty standard. All right, let's get another coin under there. What's this one? I don't know what this is. I have no idea. Let's look at that. We got, in God we trust. It's a quarter. Okay, there's a mint mark. We can zoom in so darn close. You can pick out the eyelashes on George Washington. Look at him. Isn't he a handsome fellow? There he is. Now, 1000x, you've got enough resolution and enough magnification that you can identify double dies. Really, that's the target. Let's zoom back out so we can see what we got on this coin. Now, much below 1000x, you're going to be disappointed. There we go. That's a pretty shiny new quarter. What's on the back? Oh, it's upside down. Nope, Puerto Rico, Isla del Encanto looks pretty good, but I can zoom in on particular features and decide what's going on with this coin. Right? Is it normal? Is it mechanical doubling? What's going on? 1000x, 2 megapixels, and this brilliant vertical stand. This is the stuff. So let's go over to Amazon now. Okay, here's the screen. All right, here's this thing for $54,000, and I went cruising Amazon. I just typed in USB microscope at the top and started taking a look. This is kind of neat. This is a compound microscope. Yeah, it kind of has some things you want, but really you're not looking for a compound microscope. You need a decent USB microscope. Here's one with a flexible arm. Skip that. Skip the flexible arm. Skip the three-part. Here we go. This three-part stand, because it's almost impossible to get that camera perpendicular. What do you got here? Let's look at this one. USB digital microscope, 2G magnification camera for phone, handheld microscope with 1000x zoom, built-in LED for kids, Android and Windows, 25 bucks. Really, that's what you're looking for. Not the best camera, you're looking for the best value. Good enough to use, not going to break the bank, and not going to disappoint you. 1000x 2 megapixels, this is the poop. This is probably the next generation of what I have, because this one's, I don't know, a year and a half old, 2 years old. Perpendicular, right? I can actually take that camera and move it up and down, which will give me more sway. Let me explain what I mean here. Okay, here, I can move this up and down. And that's all well and good, but I can also move the camera up and down in the holder, right? So I can get closer, and I can get further away. Same darn idea. Real handy. This gives you a wider range, and then after that you just twist a little button to get the focus in there. All right, back to the screen. Here we go. Was that a dog? Here's a picture of a dog. The dog. Wait a minute. The picture is not taken with a digital camera. What are you selling? The dog or the camera? This one works. $25.99. We saw another one. I pulled it up. Here it is. $42.99. So that's a decent range for a starter camera. 25 to 45 bucks, free shipping, great. What you got here? Same darn thing. 1000x, right? Below 1000x, dude, you're going to be unhappy. You got a fancy perpendicular stand. Yeah, so take your pick in there, but avoid the three-way, multiple hinge stands. Avoid the flexible stands. The little TV camera on there, they're kind of neat. It's a novelty. Is it worth the extra 50 bucks when you can plug it right into your computer? Okay, so 25 to 50 is a pretty good range. And if you're starting out, what'd the fellow say here? I'm new to collecting. He's looking at wheat pennies. Investing $54,000 in a camera just doesn't make sense. Get something that's reasonably priced and will give you the traits that you're looking for. There it is. Okay, back home. Yeah, I get that question all the time. What's the best? Well, this isn't the best, but it's pretty darn good for what I need. For my needs, it fits me just right. I could spend another 100 bucks, get better. They say, what's the best loop to get? Well, get yourself an inexpensive loop while you learn how to use the darn thing, because you can spend hundreds of dollars on a decent loop. Get the cheap one first. Learn to use them, and then you can make up your own mind when you're ready to upgrade to, real serious quality stuff. All right, there. I've said it. Good luck with your search. Good luck with your hunt. Ask pertinent questions. What's a good value? Because otherwise, I'm going to show you this $54,000 camera. Okay, guys, I'm gonna get ready. We get the big show tonight, so you stay groovy, okay?